Hello YouTube. How's everyone doing? I'm back and I'm gonna start streaming now. 1 second. Start streaming. Okay. I'm using OBS. I don't know how good this is gonna look, but this is the new setup. Hopefully it sounds okay. Let me see. I'm sorry, I keep deleting it. I keep deleting Twitch. I'm sorry. But I'll get it back now and we'll catch up. We'll catch up. We will catch up. Where's my... 1 second. Oh, I actually don't know how to tell how many people is on here. I don't know how to tell. Yeah, I can't tell. Well, it is what it is. So, I've been away. Unfortunately, I stopped my streak. I really did. It's my fault. Nobody else's except mine. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Is this camera good? Hold on. I didn't move anything. Okay. Before we get into it, I need to know that everything's okay, like everything's fine, and then we'll continue. Give me 1 second or a couple of seconds. So let's track. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, it's working. It's working. All right. This is OBS. Yeah. It's kind of plain though. It feels like there's nothing on the screen except just me. You know what? I think I'm gonna map out. Yeah, this. I'm gonna map out what this looks like, and I'm gonna put like a couple of things around just to like shout out whatever I need to shout out. Right? Um, I think OBS is better though because I think the frame rates are just better because I can actually see all of it and how much the frame drops and all that because all of this is powered by my laptop. Looks decent though, so I'm happy with that. Oh my days. I feel so bad. I feel so bad because the last stream I did actually isn't on YouTube. It was a very short stream, and it was me sort of forgetting to stream on the last day because I was packing for everything. Well, it's not because I was packing for everything. I knew that I had something to do, but I did other things. I was like, okay, what is the thing that I have to do? I couldn't think about it, but it was stream. And then in Morocco, it just wouldn't work. It literally just wouldn't work. I couldn't stream. I just couldn't stream. I brought my laptop. I wanted to stream. I wanted to get everything good, but I just couldn't. Simply just couldn't. So I missed about 9 days. 9 days of streaming. Isn't that crazy? Is it nine? I think either 9 or 8. 9 or 8 days. And and it's only January as well. I was going strong, and then look what happened. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll make it up. I know I say that. I say that so often. It's actually kind of crazy, but I'll make it up. I will. I will. I will. I'll try to anyway. I'll try to make it up. You know how we were thinking of things on the fly, right? When I get in here, there's no plan, no nothing. We're just sort of moving along, seeing what the vibe is and what is there to learn, right? That's kind of what I'm doing. Let me actually explain further what this is. This is not an educational type channel, right? I'm not trying to educate anybody. I'm literally just trying to dissect my own thoughts, but I'm trying to do it in an artistic format. Right now, I don't have the resources to like do the crazy visuals that I would like to do, so I'm doing whatever I can until that time comes. I want to make it so normal for me to just stream that when that time comes for me to do all the craziness, that I'll be like, okay, it's only right, you know? Not that I'll be waiting, and just never do anything. So that's why I'm at least here uploading or streaming. Okay, now that's out of the way. Right. I brought this book back because we need to get to planning. How is it going to work? Okay. One thing's for sure, where we left off last time is that I guess not dialogue, because I'm not talking to anyone except myself. The sort of framework of how I think. Actually, I had a module today, and it's like it was on change management, and it was speaking about the social sciences, and she was just like, sort of, the lecturer was just like, yeah, nobody cares about your opinion. Your opinion really doesn't matter. If you're trying to find the truth, right? Obviously, in the social sciences, and I'm gonna be talking about like, I guess, social commentary, right? That's kind of the area I'm gonna be speaking about on sort of day to day, right? I'm not sort of trying to find out objective truth based on my own thoughts, but basically social commentary, how I think about things, assumptions, right? Intuition, okay? So she said that, yeah, nobody cares about your opinion, right? You need to reference other people in order to get closer to the truth. So I don't care about that. I'm just gonna say that. Of course, the main goal is to get to the truth at the end of the day, right? Um, Although I want to see how far I can get with just my own, I guess, ideas, right? But with okay, I want to see how far I can get with my own ideas. Although, anytime there's an idea present, when the objective, not objective truth, but when a more concrete framework is presented in front of me, I can't be dishonest about it, right? In the sort of other streams and videos, you can see sort of the principles that I made for these streams. You can go back and check it and everything. It's all there. Every single stream I've done till now, it's all uploaded on YouTube. Oh, also, I need to get back to not get back, but like really dial down on sort of my after stream activities, what I do after stream, because I want to also save all my streams here on Twitch as well, but I haven't been doing that, right? And I think one of the things I need to do is to get like a clipping software that I can use to get that done. So let's say like about 15 minutes Okay, I'll start with 30. I'll give it 30 minutes, right? So I'll stream now, 30 minutes to sort of upload whatever I need to do. So it's gonna be fast, 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 fast. I'll do that, and then I'll try to trim that time down all the way to 15 when I get like a better mastery over sort of the clipping and content that I can put out, right? So that's what I'm gonna do, you know? So yeah, haven't a clue what I've been talking about, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go off on a lot of tangents, and I already have. But yeah, okay. Let's stop rambling on and let's actually uh, talk about exactly what I have to. First of all, I have been gone for a while. I did say I'm going to I'm going to stream every single day. I did say that, and the first time I missed was the day before I left, and then I did that, and then I left for the whole 8 days, 8 following days. So it was like 9 days of like inconsistency. Well, not inconsistent. I was just absent. I was completely just absent. So that's terrible. That's very terrible. I don't want that to happen again. Although I do have these things that are on Tuesdays that I do. I think I mentioned it a little bit. Where it conflicts with the time. So if I can try to allocate a different time slot for this on Tuesdays, which is tomorrow, then I will. But I'm not gonna do it for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll leave out that time for streaming. But following that, I'll see if I can allocate a different time slot for this. All right. Okay. Now moving on. Right. Let's evaluate everything. Right. Let's be sort of someone who comes across my content, channels, whatever the case may be, and see how I sort of look objectively. Let's really dial down and see it. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up, or not set up, use a different, use an incognito Chrome, and then search myself up and see sort of if I watch myself, what types of videos are going to be surrounding that, or is it just going to be random YouTube videos? Or I want to see if there's some sort of similarities and how to get those similarities. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay. Have to be very, 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 very smart about my next steps. Right. So this week I have to be very sharp. I have to really manage my time exceptionally well. And I only went back into my final semester of university, my final semester, and I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm also trying to figure this out too. So I need to manage my time exceptionally well to make sure everything works. Because the first semester was fantastic, but I didn't have this as well. I don't want to take this as an obligation. I just want to be like, okay, this is what I do, and regardless of the time allocated for this, I have to still do the very best I can my final semester, which I know I can. So, but I have to be very strategic with how I use my time for the rest of the week. Right. So let's see how I would look in an incognito Chrome page. All right, let's go. Transition. There we go. Right. I think I'm gonna do something better with this. This still looks kind of rough and new, and it's nearly been a month now since I started, so I need to upgrade. So I'm gonna this weekend, right, I'm gonna split up my time. I have a lot of work to do for sort of the work I'm doing outside of college. So I'm doing college work, right? I'm doing my own thing outside of college, and I'm also doing this. This is more of the media side of the type of presence I want to have in the world, right? I probably should transition again, right? This is sort of like the media aspect. So I need to be able to market who I am very well. That if anybody that notices me or knows me from any other areas can come and be like, okay, yeah, this guy is consistent all across the board, right? But I need to not burn out. Last year, I said this already, I burnt out. But now I have learned. So I'm still gonna do specific things, not too much, but not burn out, right? I think last year I was given too much time to way too many things, and I did burn out, and I was unproductive for like so long. So that's still but what continued was still that sort of eagerness to do. I still have that. Like, I'm very passionate about trying to build something like very creative, very big. So I need to make sure that I can do it properly without burning out again. Right? Okay, yeah. Right. I'm gonna go on Chrome. Which one am I gonna use? Okay, I'll use mine. I'll use mine. But I'll go on incognito. Where is it? New incognito right now. Alright, now I'm gonna search myself up. So what? Projectile. Oh, by the way, let me go back. By the way, see all this? Never accept anything that looks like. Wait, what? Why is it not recording the screen? Oh wow. Okay. Let me just. Sorry about this. It's kind of odd. I don't know why I can't fit this to the screen. It should be fit to the screen, but it's not. And it's very annoying. Why it's not fitting to the screen. Okay, this is the reason why I didn't want to use OBS, but this is the best I could do. That doesn't even show properly. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. 1 second. Okay, it looks okay. But it looks so bad on here, but it looks fine. Here, let me see. Okay, reject. You don't want to accept any of this. Alright, I'll work with this for now. I'll work with this for now. Okay. Right, so this is mine. Alright, let me just switch it up. So FORYN does it come up? Yes, it does come up. That's what comes up. So when you search up FORYT, my channel is the one that comes up first. So that's good. It's very good. And then there's a bunch of this. Alright, that's fine. So I'll click into it. Right, this is me. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. 17 videos. Cool. Right. Now let's evaluate this. Okay. Let me pull up a bigger streamer. Projectile. Well, comparison is a thief of joy, so although it's good to not good to compare yourself, but what would be the word? It's good to at least see where you stand. Okay, let me see. Do I need to change? No, it's fine. This is okay. Everything's fine here. Here is good. Right. Now let's say for instance I click onto a video. What is recommended? Proving the points. Okay, my video is recommended. My video is recommended again. My video is recommended another time. Okay. Right. So okay, at least my videos are recommended. So that's if someone has not watched any videos, right? So someone has not watched any videos at all, and the first video they ever clicked on is mine. They're gonna get my recommendation on the side view, couple. So it's fine. Now let me go back to the homepage and see what types of videos show. Oh, update settings. Confirm your settings. Okay. I need to go back to Form-YT. Form-YT. I didn't turn on history. Oh, okay. This comes on. I didn't turn on history the first time, so you wouldn't know. Yo. Okay, I'll watch Tree. I'll watch that. Go into here.
No.
Go into here.
The most two,
And then I'll watch this as well.
back.
Now let's see what type of videos
When you search to sort of
that
bring back the piece,
YouTube
you work
deems
hard,
relatable to mine.
and then when it's maintained, you find.
Okay. Zero correlation. Yeah, so it's literally just very random. Right, of course, like another one of my videos will come up, but it's still very random. There's no association with any other type of content creator, not even like small ones. But at least I will be on the main page if someone just watches me constantly, right? So that is fine. That is fine. Now, how do I don't know this, but how do I make sort of an association with myself in different types of content? Like basically people in their room discussing topics. How do I do that? Do I have to have better hashtags in my videos? What do I have to do to sort of, I guess, send signals to YouTube saying, okay, these are the types of videos I create? What if I do this? Actually, let's just search. Why am I not? I'll just show you guys. Yeah, we're doing this together. Okay, let's look at this, right? Because let me go back to my channel. And let me go to my descriptions in my videos. Okay, like this one, listen up. Okay, what is the description? I use the same description all the time. It's just follow me on Twitch at Front Life. This is the description I use. What if, let's go to a different video, for instance. This is like on this one.
We have got to the.
Right. What types of description do people use? Apple Music, this. Okay. The support beat makers. Okay. Okay, so low file, chill, hip. See this? This is like a strategy, right? It's like not a strategy, but like these are your hashtags. Okay. Normally, for looking at it from the sort of the viewer perspective, nobody cares about these things. But I'm a content creator now, so I have to care about them. So I think that this will help, right? Having some hashtags will help in that sort of associating my videos with other people that have similar content. Like let's say, for instance, I search up what is fear, because that's one of the videos that I've created or talked about. So you see like sort of TED Talks, right? Like people talking to an audience. Like this, podcasters, this and that. Right? How do I make an association between my videos and theirs? Move. No. I want to find one that's sort of like not similar but has some bit of relevance. Okay, I also need to make these type of things as well, very short videos, but I need to cut it out of mine. I make long form content, but I need to cut snippets out of mine. I not work for the snippets, but just cut it out. So let me see this. All right, this isn't illustrated content. I want to also do some stuff like this, but I'm not the best at those. Right, but higher production quality. What would be the closest? This wouldn't be. Stream. Talks about. How do you say that? Alright, this would be more in my area. But you see how most of them are just clips. But these are obviously like pretty popular streamers. But you see how most of them are just clips? I need to create my own clips. I need to create my own clips, so I have to. It's not even a thing of, oh yeah, you do or you don't. No, you genuinely have to, right? But I'm not just creating clips on their own. Does that make sense? Right? I'm streaming, but my clips come from my stream. But I'm not clip farming, so those clips might be boring, right? So as much as I stream, I need to have some sort of clip strategy as well. So what if we do this? What if we do this, right? Hear me out. What if after I'm done sort of discussing a topic, right? I have this segment where it's called the clip, and I have to make the best clip possible, right? Obviously, I'm coming to sort of a conclusion, right? And when I get that conclusion, I make sort of, I guess, the best clip possible, right? Would that work? That would be my clip, because I don't want to be doing things outside, because it's just gonna get too over. I'm just gonna get too overloaded. So if, for instance, there's a segment within the stream that's like, okay, clip time, right? Where I'm like, I've done the dilly-dally and the discussing, or whatever the case may be. And now it's just for me to present a statement, right? This is the topic, this is the statement, okay? And there can be a thing after the clip is finished saying, if you want to know how I figure this out, watch my streams. Or if you want to know how I came to this conclusion, watch my streams. That could be good. That could be fine. Because then it's not gonna sort of take too much out of the streams, because it's just the conclusion part, right? It's gonna be the clip segment. And then for whatever streams that I'm not sort of looking for any bits and pieces of information, I'm just gonna have like a regular chill stream. Okay, moving forward, right? From tomorrow. So when I say something, I'm doing it the next day. I don't want this like, delayed progress, right? Anytime we come up with something here, we're doing it the next day. So from tomorrow, we're gonna start doing those things, right? It's kind of weird. Normally when I use Streamlabs, I always get like one, but now it's kind of like lower. My frames dropped. How my frames drop? My frame rate keeps dropping. And there's a bit of a delay as well in OBS. Might be sick. Yeah, that was weird. I kind of just was in my head for a second there. Right. Well, we came up with something new, and that's gonna be the case. So, to just get like a quick snapshot of what I'm doing, right? And also maybe I might have like this sort of coming to that conclusion as well. Right, there's gonna be two parts. So every stream is gonna be two parts. A part where it's sort of the incomplete. It's gonna be like a segment, the incomplete, and then the complete. So I'm gonna have to sit down by myself, try to find a good clip for 30 minutes, find it, do everything, the captions, whatever the case may be, and post it all in 30 minutes. And then I'm going to try to condense that time moving forward to 15 minutes because I don't want to spend too much time on this, you know? So obviously I have my main point, right? My main point, which is, okay, trying to use intuition to understand any topic. Whatever topic you present in front of me, this is how I'm going to sort of break it down and analyze it in my own mind, right? And if I need extra information, I can go grab it. It's easy. Information is everywhere, right? It's everywhere. So you can just, I guess, keep doing things like this or try to find out how to really break down information properly and honestly and the correct way, right? Break it down the correct way in order to actually learn and to produce something out of that, and then to become a master within whatever field you're trying to, I guess, understand and use. So for me, I want to know a whole load of stuff, and then for like college and work or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna gain mastery in that. Like this for me is sort of my passion, but it can also become work. But it's like this would be enjoyable work if I ever have an opportunity to sort of make this what I do, right? So I keep standing. I'm not. I need to put like a little box here, so that I know exactly where I need to traverse around. Okay. Also, I bought a. No, I didn't buy a camera. Like I have my old camera. It's probably terrible, worse than this, but it's a external camera, so hopefully it's slightly better. But it's not. It's probably not. But hopefully it is. So I'm gonna try it out. I bought a stand for it, and there's also a mic that comes with it. I bought a stand for it, and I bought like the cable. That's what I needed. I needed the cable, but I have the camera there. I can show it to you, but it's very old. Actually, I might as well show it to you. Right. Look, I don't have much. I use whatever is laying around because I'm going to become. Right. So this is it. Right. Nikon. This is the camera. Right. What I needed was this AV out plug. This one here. So that one. I needed that, and I bought it, and I also bought a stand. So, and also the mic gets plugged in here. But the thing is, I don't know if the wire can handle as much data output as needed to like give the audio and video feed. So I'm gonna sort of focus on trying to get that working as well. Right. So let me write it down. Always have to write it down, so I don't forget. Okay, so I guess clipping strategy. I don't want to make a TikTok. I don't want people to see me. I still don't, I'm doing this, but I don't want people to see me. I don't want people to see what I'm doing. I don't care about anybody, man. Oh my days. I hate it when people see me. No, I don't like it, but what I'm trying to do is more important than how I feel right now. So it is what it is. But I'm probably gonna have to make a TikTok. I'm probably gonna have to. Right. And if I do, I'd have to sort of go back and catch up with old friends I think that'll be a good segment too, and then I can sort of get people to join Discord and whatever the case may be, and see what I can build from there. But oh, let's see what I can make out of this. That's all this is. Let's just see what I can make out of it, right? Hopefully something works. I already messed up. I already messed up by not uploading for like 9 days, not streaming for like 9 days. But I like to promise to not do that again. So for now, we just carry on. Okay, so I would say clipping strategy. Right, finished / unfinished clip. So rough idea. And then so it's gonna be rough idea and then something else. What can that something else be? So rough idea and then final statement. Right. Right. Okay. Also, flipping, yeah, collaborations are probably going to be quite tough. What did I say about that actually? So, sort of old friends. Yeah. Old friends. Okay. Those are going to be my collaborations. But from now till like end of May, and probably till like end of summer, I'm going to be extraordinarily busy with sort of career stuff. But I'm going to make time. I'm going to make time. This is gonna be how I socialize. Every single thing that I do to socialize is gonna be here. Last week was I just couldn't. I was in Morocco. I probably could have done more, but it would have been very expensive. I probably could have done more actually to stream, but I didn't want to sort of take myself out of the experience because that was the only time I saw like a very old friend of mine. Sorry, a very good friend of mine, and like it was kind of all over the place. So yeah, I couldn't stream. I couldn't. No. But next time I'm gonna plan more because I already booked it before I started this whole thing, so it was quite like abrupt. But actually, I'm not going anywhere for a while. Matter of fact, I am. I have something to do with OC. I think it's like a staycation. I'm gonna stream that as well actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stream that too. But yeah, it's like a staycation I have to do with OC. So I'm gonna find out how yeah, I probably would stream there though. I probably will. But who knows? Who knows where this is gonna take us, right? We're just doing it every day. Except for the past 9 days. But every day. Okay, so collaborations, old friends, and then what else? Hashtag strategy, right? Okay, pause for a second. I said I'm only gonna spend 30 minutes after the stream ends to sort of wrap everything up. So I can't be spending longer. So the collaboration, the hashtag strategy, all the YouTube stuff, blah 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 blah. only 30 minutes after streams. I'm not putting anything else in that. So I'll just write it down anyway. So I think I'm rambling too much now. I think I'm rambling too much. 9 days away from this has actually has made me lose experience. But yeah, I don't think you guys can understand half of what I'm saying. So I'm going to talk slower for the time being and then get my bearing, right? That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Hashtag strategy. Okay. Now, in terms of content, everything seems good for now. I feel happy for what February is gonna bring. I'm really gonna test my mind on how I wrangle different topics that I find interesting, because a lot of these topics I haven't even done any sort of real bit of work or real research into, right? After we cover a bunch of stuff, right? I want to do I actually? What I was gonna say is I want to genuinely know the body of work, right? So actually explore it further, right? But anything I'm exploring myself, like that's separate from this, if I can even get time to, right? Oh yes, over this next week I'm gonna try finish the history of psychology, because I'm reading that. It's by Thomas Hardy Leahy. I'm gonna try finish it because now I finished Moonwalking with Einstein. It's a different book. Yeah, because I was just very interested in memory and how to sort of get your memory as how to increase your capacity to remember, right? So I was interested in that. I think I started reading it a while ago, but it was just taking too long. So I read like 50 pages today, like in an hour. So yeah, I've gotten better at reading fast, because I'm not really caring about the names too much, because I'm probably not gonna remember it in flipping 3 months from now. So I'm not really caring about the names too much. I'll just sort of gloss over the names, and if sort of characters' names are repeated, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I know this guy exists, you know. But every time I read, I'm quite speedy now in reading. If it's just something I'm trying to just sort of, I guess, listen to the narrative rather than actually sort of really soak in the content too much. Right? For college work, I'm soaking in the content. Reading the Bible, I'm soaking in the content. Reading it very slow and sometimes fast, but I'm going back over it and studying it. But for books that I'm not studying, then it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm just gonna try to read it fast just to sort of get the information that I'm looking for. Yeah. So in terms of content, right? In terms of the topics that we're talking about, I'm just gonna talk about what I'm interested in outside of what I'm looking at right now, and then if sort of two things mesh together, then I'll bring them up, right? So there's no planning. This is literally just me. Maybe that's why it's getting 0 views. But yeah, this is what I do. I just like this. I'm probably going to sort of overhaul my Twitch, sort of like revamp everything, sort of put some like more interesting icons on this, just make it look less plain, right? So the strategy for this week, not strategy, but the objective for this week is to get that sort of 30 minutes after every topic, to get that 30 minutes out to sort of post the, I guess, finished statement and then the unfinished, right? And then just get that on some sort of social media platform, right? I think I'm gonna make what am I gonna make? I don't want to make TikTok, bro. I don't even watch it. I don't know what it's like. I'd never watch it. I've never used TikTok ever in my life. Actually, no, that's a lie, right? I've gone on it to sort of see something. Let's say my friend said, "Oh, I need you to follow me." I think I've gone on it, but it's happened rarely, rarely. I think like maybe 2-3 times it has happened. But to be like, I don't use it. Don't use it. What else? Also Instagram. I don't even know if I'm gonna use that, bro. I don't take any pictures. I went to holiday and I barely took pictures. I took pictures of like the scenery, but not of myself. The only time I took pictures of myself was when it's like a group photo, because like, you can't miss those. So that's kind of me. Nowadays, the only reason why anybody would sort of get some sort of a recognition, not recognition, but will get like a lot of people sort of jumping at them, is if they're on TikTok. I don't want people to see my face, man. Oh my days. Right, but that's sort of how everything has been going. No, that's how everything will go moving forward. I've spoken about my absence for the past 9 days. I've talked about a lot of things. Have a plan. All right, now what topics are we gonna discuss next week? What do I really want to know? And the module I'm doing in college, right, change management, because I don't think I've said it. I'm doing management, but in the transport industry. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm studying in college. Yeah, I studied aviation before, and then now I'm doing this. So going into sort of the transport sector, see what I can do there. Right? Yeah. Anyway, the course is good because it sort of actually takes some things out of psychology and philosophy, and those are two areas that I'm interested in at the moment. And the lecturer is pretty cool too. So yeah, I think a lot of things are gonna overlap with what I'm interested in here. So what do I want to talk about next week? What do I want to discuss? What do I want to know? Let me frame it that way. What do I want to know next week? This is always the hard part because there's just so much stuff and I just blank. I just blank. Because I'm not really interested in sports all that much, I don't watch any sports at all. Maybe football like back in the day, and here and there I'll watch the World Cup, right? But other than that, I'm not really a sort of a big fan of sitting down watching a football match or a basketball match or any of those. I used to try to get into it because I liked playing basketball. I liked playing football. But I never would sit down and watch people play. I just didn't care. So from my perspective, I'm going to actually talk about the importance of sports. Right. So basically for this, I have to get out of my own bias in terms of me personally. I don't get it. I don't watch it. I don't care, right? But I know for a fact that sports do bring about a lot of firstly it's a massive economic industry, right? Massive. I don't even know. How much is it in the industry? Let me see. Okay. How big is the sports industry? 417 billion in 2025. Right? That's crazy. 417 billion in 2025, right? So I'm going to discuss the importance of sports. The importance of sports. Me personally, I'm not part of that. I don't spend money on sports. I don't pay for no channels, no nothing. I don't go to any stadiums to watch any matches, right? Maybe in the future when I'm, in the future and someone said, oh, let's just go watch this match here and there and there. I'll do it for sort of like leisure. I wouldn't care about what team wins or lose. I don't care. right? I support United because my family supports United in football, but I don't care, you know? So, from my perspective, not from my perspective, like taking out my bias, right? I'm going to try to identify the importance of sport in a, I guess, in a me way. So, in a unique way, right? And also, let me know if OBS is better or if it's good or if it's worse. Because I don't like looking at this dropped frames and it's just like I'm dropping a lot of frames. I don't like staring at that. It annoys me. Okay, so what what are the topics? I think this week I'm not gonna care about any extra thing. I'm just going to do topics, finish the topic up. It's gonna I don't want it to be formulaic, but it's gonna have a really nice, pattern and flow. Right? So that's what it's gonna be for this week. I don't want to do any chill streams, any nothing. I just want to discuss different topics and have that there. Okay, so the importance of sports. Right? And what else am I gonna talk about? What if I talk about some sort of like some wise saying? Let me search it. Let me just search up top 10 wise sayings and like explore them. Top 10 wise sayings. Just the first one that comes up, I'm just gonna. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. All right, cool. Yeah, that's the only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. Right. I'm gonna look into that too. Okay? So that's just two topics, right? So I'm gonna sort of discuss why saying the only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. That's actually kinda cool. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. But we're gonna extrapolate. Right? Because it's not just like it's not plain. What else? Let's do okay, the importance of sports is that's a fun topic, right? Let's do a more not serious but a more like should I say relevant topic. What's the biggest problem in today that we have in society today? I genuinely don't know because in my flipping I don't know. I just don't know. What is it? What would I say it is? Biggest problem we have today. And who's we? Everybody has their own problems. I mean, I'm dealing with mine. And it's not that easy. Let's say cost of living. Right? Cost of living. But it depends though, because not everywhere has like a insane cost of living. It could be, you know. Actually, I'm gonna speak about superpowers. I don't mean superpowers in like the sort of animated, like fictional, like ball of fire type superpower. I mean like sort of superpowers of the world. So, like the U.S., China, Russia. I'm gonna speak about it because I actually saw something about the, not saw something, but I saw a lot of videos about the World Economic Forum. So I'm gonna go into the superpowers of today. So that's three. Now we need about two more. Two more and that'll be it. Two more and that will be it. Superpowers of today and then something else. What can it be? Okay, let's just talk about jealousy. That's just a random one I just put out there. So it's an emotion. And then one other thing. Let's after the sad one, let's make it more sort of happy. What would be a happy topic? Oh, I actually saw this before. It's like creativity being like a form of I don't know. I saw in a TED talk somewhere. It's like creativity being a form of rebellion, right? Or I don't know. There's something. It was about something, but it was about like, okay, if there's so much problems in the world, should people still create, right? When should people stop creating? When should people leave creation? Is how important is art when the okay, how important is art in the midst of chaos? I'll just say that. What or the point of art in the midst of chaos? Right, I'll say that. The point of art in the midst of chaos. Right, so 5 topics. 5. So for the next 5 days, I'm not gonna be doing no collaborating or nothing. I'm just going to go full with these topics. Right, I think we're gonna go to. Let me look at my calendar. Let's see. Let's look at our calendar real quick. Calendar. Okay, so it's like, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So 5 days. Just going full topics. Right. Full topics, and then at the end of those 5 days is gonna be the 1st of February, and that will be so at the end of those 5 days is gonna be January complete. Those 9 days are they're pissing me off. That will be January complete. So in about 5 days, a whole month is already gone from 2026. So bro, we need to be quick. We need to get up and start doing things as quickly as possible because time is running. Time is running. So whatever you're doing, you have to go 150 miles an hour, and place your hands in whatever pie you want now because we don't know what the future holds. We have no clue. So start placing your hands in whatever pie you own, or start taking ownership of whatever you can right now because the future can be hopeful, but we don't know what's happening. So brace yourself, and I'll brace myself too. Right. What did we learn today? Well, we learned that I'm not consistent. That's one thing. I'm sorry, but I'll get back. Okay. Next 5 days, I'm gonna go full speed ahead. Right. I'm gonna go full speed ahead next 5 days. Okay. So don't worry about me at all. You weren't worried? Okay, it's fine. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry. I'll make it up to you. All right. Look. Listen and look. Listen, look, and learn. Right. Listen, look, and learn. Okay. We're working. We're cooking. There's something about. Ooh, right. Actually, I might do that right now, but I don't have a soundboard, like the external soundboard, but maybe there is an application that I can get to give me those functionalities, right? Maybe, so maybe I'll get a soundboard and instead of putting it on this screen that I showed you guys, like this one here, I can put it on this screen that I'm looking at myself, right? And put it at a small corner so that I can be controlling the soundboard from there or map it to different keys. So I'm gonna write soundboard as well, but I'm gonna try to figure that out now. I don't have other things to do. I think I have other things to do right now. No, I'll try to figure it out. Okay, so soundboard. Right. I want to get by tomorrow. This is gonna be hard. Okay, by tomorrow I want to get 3 sounds. I want to get a clapping sound. Right, so just crowd applauding, right? I want to get a booing sound, right? And then what other sound? And then random. Right there. That's it. That's it for today. Thank you for putting up with that. If you reach the end on YouTube, what's wrong with you? But for the guys, whoever's watching me stream, trust me. Don't worry about the 9 days that I missed. I'm taking this very seriously, and nothing's gonna sort of remove my mind for the objective I'm trying to accomplish. Nothing. I don't care if it's views or whatever. Nothing. I'm going to be here doing the streams, regardless, right? So you can at least trust that even if I leave for 9 days, I will be back. I will be back. All right, and I will have a very great explanation for it. I'm not gonna be like C-Day, right? We'll be back, and we will all grow together. That's the main point. Let's build whatever together. Whatever this is, whatever this grows into to being, I'm very open-minded as to what comes out of this. So I'm just very excited as to what, I guess, we collectively can do. So thank you for watching, because it means a lot. Because when you watch, other people think, oh, look, someone else is watching, so this guy's probably not that crazy. So they'll start watching as well, and then someone else will be like, oh, look, there's 2 people watching, and then it spirals on and continues, and you never know, and then I could probably reach my goal. Well, till then, it's just work. I'll be here tomorrow, 9 p.m. IST, Irish Standard Time.